Hello everyone, my name is Srushti Khadpekar. Our topic is automated question generator using AI. As we all know that question generation is an important area in natural language processing. Many researchers have worked in the area of automated question generation and developed different technologies to generate questions automatically. We all are familiar with Alexa, Google Assistant and Siri, which are the advancement of question generation. Here we focus on question generation, which takes paragraph as an input and generates questions based on the paragraph. We know that it takes a lot of time for teachers to generate questions for examinations. Our main objective was to reduce this time and effort. We aim to build a system that will help students in self-evaluation, thus reducing dependency on others. We also wanted to automate the process of question generation. We surveyed various research papers related to a topic, which are as follows. The author of implementation of automatic question paper generating system proposed automatic question paper generating system which is fast, streamlined and secure. This system takes input as a text, document or PDF file. Part of speech tagging and named entity recognition using hidden Markov model states that focuses on the number of comparisons made by foreground hidden Markov model for pause tagging. In similarities in words using different pause taggers, it is stated that dictionaries have category or classifications of a specific word. Taggers utilize probabilistic information to resolve this equivocalness. An automatic gap filling question generation using NLP states that a system which generates fill in the blank type of question out of many type of questions. A survey on automatic question paper generation system in this system takes over the entire difficult task and paperwork swiftly and efficiently. There is a question bank stored in the database based on the subject, class, section and weightage according to the topic. Automatic question generation from text generates objective type, fill in the blanks or WH type of questions. All of them can be generated by extracting appropriate data from the text given as an input. The AnswerBot system helps to aim developers who want to quickly capture the key points of several answer posts relevant to a technical question before they read the details of the post. Automatic question generation from text can be applied to various domains. It plays a key role in two important areas, which are interactive question answering sessions and educational assessment. But it still remains to be a challenging task in natural language processing. This system takes input as text and will generate questions whose answers will be found in the paragraph itself.
Hello everyone, my name is Preeti Gumastri. So continuing with the scope of the project, the main idea behind a project is that the machine should be able to understand user input because only then it can process on that data and give us appropriate output. In our project, we will be using Python as our programming language. We all know that Python is a very intelligent language and it contains many libraries which helps make the task very easier. In our case, it is a task of understanding the natural language. It involves various steps of breaking the text input into various parts, understanding each part, whether it is a noun, an adverb, or an adjective, and making sensible questions out of it. So we have used TextProb library, which consists of various features and various libraries of Python, such as Spacy, NLTK, which are all compressed into this one library of TextProb. We will be seeing more about it in the later part of the presentation. What we are doing here is we will be processing the data using this TextProb library and will be generating questions of the type what and define. These are of the type question answering type questions because there are various type of questions can be created like fill in the blanks or multiple type questions and so on. Mainly we are focusing on creating questions of type what and define, and the generated output will be displayed on the screen. Moving on to the system architecture, we have used web application as a user interface wherein users can log in as well as register into the system. Authentication is performed and then the user is redirected to the page wherein user can put input. After the input is given as paragraphs to the system, the whole processing of forming the questions is performed and later the questions are displayed onto the screen.
Hello, my name is Shubhangi Madi. Let's come to the next point, which is algorithm. So basically an algorithm is a finite sequence of well-defined instruction to perform a computation. So in our project, mainly we uses the natural language processing. NLP is an area of computer science and artificial intelligence concerned with the interaction between computers and human languages. It is a branch of machine to analyze the text and predict the analysis. There are 5 steps in NLP. First one is lexical analysis. It involves identifying and analyzing the structure of word. Lexical analysis is dividing the whole chunk of text into paragraphs, sentences and words. Second one is syntactic analysis. It involves the analysis of word in the sentence for grammar checking and arranging the word. Third one is semantic analysis. It draws the exact meaning or the dictionary meaning from the text. Fourth is disclosure integration. The meaning of any sentence depends upon the meaning of the sentence just before it. It also brings the about the meaning of succeeding sentence. So last one is the pragmatic analysis. It deriving those aspects of language which requires real world knowledge. It deals with the outside world knowledge. So next is TextBlob. TextBlob is a Python library for processing textual data. TextBlob is a simple API for natural language processing tasks such as pause tagging, noun phrase extraction, sentimental analysis, classification, translation. TextBlob aims to provide access to common text processing operations through a familiar interface. So these are the features of TextBlob. Features are noun phrase extraction, part of speech tagging, sentimental analysis, classification, tokenization, word and phrase frequencies, parsing, word inflation, spelling correction, add new models or languages through extension, WordNet integration, Ngrams. Next is the Natural Language Toolkit, NLTK. So NLTK is the most popular library for natural language processing. Actually, it is the easiest library, provide easy to use interface. It contains packages to make machine understand human language and reply to it with an appropriate response. Tokenization, classification, lemmatization, tagging, parsing, semantic reasoning, wrappers are of these packages. Next is pause tagging. Pause tagging is the process of assigning one of the part of speech to the given word. Part of speech include noun, verbs, adverbs, adjective, pronoun, conjunction and their subcategories. Suppose we have one sentence and in that sentence we have to find the which is the noun, which is adjective, which is pronoun. So this is the work of pause tagger. Next is pause tags. So this is our pause tagging list, which shows the many pause tagger and their meanings, like CC is a coordinator conjunction, CD is a coordinal number, DT is determiner, NN for noun, and all those pause taggers.
I'm Shreya Joshi. Now let us see at the implementation of the system. When user inputs a paragraph as the input to the system, what undefined types of questions are automatically generated based on the paragraph by the system. The overall efficiency of the system is calculated as 70.46%. Now let us see at the implementation of the system. Spider is used as an IDE for running the code. Main.py is the main function, that main program that we are going to run. Now let us run the program. The server is started and we are going to get our user interface on localhost address. I will copy this address and paste it in my web browser. Now this is the main page of the system, where user is provided with two options, login and register. I will register with my name, that is Shreya. I will use a password. I will have to provide a valid email address, otherwise system won't allow me to register. After registering, you have successfully registered message is displayed. Let's check if the user is added in database or not. As we can see, username is added in the database along with the email address and the password. Now let us log in with the same username. and password. After logging into the system, we can see the area is given to input the paragraph and system welcomes the user by its username. Now we will enter the paragraph from the test dataset which is used for testing the accuracy of system. I will copy this paragraph and paste it here. I will click on generate questions. Now the questions are automatically generated. First defined questions are seen and then what type of questions are seen. Accuracy is discussed further. User can input as many as paragraphs as we want. We can go back to the home page and here we'll again get the option of entering the paragraph. Now let us enter some random paragraph from the internet. As you can see here, I am entering a random paragraph from an educational website, that is Java T Point. I will copy this text and I will paste it here. And I will click on generate questions. Another 3 questions are generated based on this paragraph. Now we can also log out and log in as a new user or register as a new user. Now let us see at the actual code of the system. Here on the console we can see the get and post requests which are made by the server. In the main.py, the main function that executes are gen questions. Here the automatically passed sentences are given to text blob and then text blobs assign them to different types of POS tags which are stored in bucket. And these lists are provided as a prototype. The system can compare them and the bucket and decide what type of question and what format of question can be generated. Same type of action is also done for define in another function. We are styled using HTML and CSS. Here style.css is a styling file which is kept in static folder and different types of HTML pages are used for creating user interface like home, index which are stored in templates. In this way the system generates the desired output.
As you have seen the implementation from one of my group mates, these are few of the screenshots of the output. This is the login and the registration page from which user can access the system. This is a screenshot from wherein user can input the text. The generated questions are displayed. This is the tabular result analysis wherein we have calculated the accuracy, precision and recall. We have tested the data based on different number of sentences which were given as input to the system. You can see this PDF wherein the text data has been shown. This is a test data wherein we have tested data of 1 line, 3 lines and we have measured the accuracy of a system by pictorially representing it in the graph format. We can see that as the number of sentences goes on increasing, the accuracy of the system also increases. Because when there is only one sentence is given as input, maximum accurate questions are 1 or 2. But when there are more number of sentences are given as input, the accuracy goes on improvising. Our system consists of accuracy of 70.46%. We have calculated this based on the performance measures of confusion matrix. This is the precision. This is the graphical representation of recall. Moving on to the conclusion, as we have seen, we have implemented the automatic generation of questions. This also can be extended to a part wherein a whole document can be uploaded and randomized questions can be generated from the whole document, and it can be stored under, interface can be provided wherein such questions can be stored and users can access it whenever they want. Also, it can be extended in the generation of questions for multiple choice or fill in the blank type of questions. We can further use it for various educational purposes, like maybe for generating a question paper for students. We can also apply Bloom's taxonomy to the system for understanding the difficulty level of various questions, and these questions can be used for generating question papers. We can also work on increasing the accuracy of the system. These are the references of the papers we have referred. Yes, that's it. Thank you.